Welcome back. We're reviewing fucking damn it, the game, otherwise known as Rogue Legacy. Developed by Cellar Door Games, built on a custom engine that was originally built on C# using Hexene. It is
Hexene.
It is $14.99 or £13.99 or 936 rupees and 49 sub rupees. I don't know what the smaller denomination of rupee is. So I'm just going to say sub rupees.
It works every time.
So this is a roguelike in the style of not a traditional roguelike. It's more like Castlevania or Ghost and Goblins, and it's certainly Nintendo hard. They really like their fucked up Castlevania style enemy placement in this, but we'll get into that a little bit later. First off, for those of you who are new to this little train wreck we call a review, we have our chair explanation. Woo! Because we grade everything on a 4-chair metric. 1 chair means it's shit, 2 chairs means it's meh, 3 chairs means that it's pretty good, and 4 chairs means that Pedro gets to make his creepy ass O face. But we're not going to show you that, because we got to show you our categories of doom. Well, I guess we are showing. No, we're not. All right. Always keeping us on our toes, man. Categories of doom. We got mixed with the working. Does it work? Does it run? Does it run as expected? Shiny in the sounds. How does it look? How does it sound? Does it tickle your eyeballs and earballs, your eye pussies and your ear pussies? Controls is self-explanatory. And our final and only subjective category, fun.
Get the
fun. So
Never get that out of my head.
Let's dive into this review. So, Ven, did Rogue Legacy make with the working?
Did it make it working? Considering it's not one of our Unity ports, and did a bit of custom work, it worked perfectly well. Get ready to take multiple shots, because at the end of the day... Somebody needs to say take a shot.
Take a shot.
There we go. On our Ubuntu minimum requirement system, 1204 LTS, 32-bit, running a little teeny Peon 770.
That's NVIDIA. Take another shot.
You know, fine, 4 chairs.
So I gave this the business on both my AMD Steam box running a 7660 mobile and my desktop running a 670 superclocked NVIDIA card, both running Fedora. Differing versions. The Steam box is running 20, this one's still running 18. Yeah, they both worked out of the box, so I gotta give it 4 chairs.
And, well, I guess it's not up to me to throw a wrench in just yet, because on my calculator with the i3 370M and it was still an 80i back in the day. It was a 5650 HD using the proprietary drivers and the open source drivers. It worked out of the box. Both of them, no problems. Sweet performance, 4 chairs.
Well, that was certainly a thing. 4 chairs for mixed with the working. So it will run, which means that it passed Steam's quality assurance, unlike nuclear, whatever the hell it's called. Anyways, Shiny and Sounds. So yeah, Shiny and Sounds. Ven, did you get tickled in your ear and eye pussies?
Well, the eye pussies and the ear pussies. Shiny and Sounds, it's a thing. I'll get into this later. Really didn't want to get into it initially because it was something that P-Man acquired for us.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, this is going to be boring. And then I loaded it. And I was like, okay, maybe this is fun. It's all pixely and it's all funny and all that. and we're going to have a good time with it. So, shiny, yeah, it's still pixely, and I loathe hipster pixel games. Loathe them. But there's going to be a bit of surprise towards the end of this review, because sounds are nice, and I'm going to excuse the pixels for a proper fucking reason. Not going to give it 4 because I loathe pixel. Gotta give it a 3.
Giving it the 3's knees. Well, I gotta agree with you on that, then. This game is really what it is it's a tribute, a love letter to the sort of Nintendo hard games of the past that sort of fuck you in the ass with how difficult they are, with their crazy ass enemy placement and their random fire patterns. And these enemies actually aim at you, which is kind of different from the old days where you kind of had the attack pattern. No, these guys actually have some intelligence behind them. The sounds didn't really do it for me, but again, trying to play tribute to that type of game. So it set a clear goal and it accomplished it with its visuals and audio. So I got to give it 3 cheers for that.
Sounds reasonable. I guess my only gripe with it is how many times you die and how many times you have to hear the same music over and over and over again. And that's why I can't give it the 4 score, but it gets a very deserving 3
4
cheers.
score 7 cheers again.
I was just going there. You beat me to it, Ben. So that's 3 cheers for Shiny and Sounds. Total, we're all fairly unanimous at this point. But now comes the part where I know Ven's not in control, but I'm going to ask him anyways. Ven, go fuck
yourself. Cloud! Control. How does it work? With our Ubuntu test boxing, with a X-Clone controller, works out of the box, reminds me of Ghosts and Goblins, Demon World Village, for people who played that before it came to this.
What's that in Japanese, Ven?
Makamitsuda.
Makaimura.
Ansa Papa Papa Special Demon Cannon.
Makaimura.
Either way, this might turn out to be a good thing with the controls. The controls were tight. They are as promised, even with the X-Clone bug. Didn't have to reassign anything. They worked, figured them out. Pretty spot on. So, there's no other way around that. 4 chairs.
I didn't like the default.
Jordan-san.
Yes, Ven-chan.
Venku.
Diana Fire-san.
Oh, that's my waifu. Anyways.
Divorcee-san.
You just went there, now deal with it.
All right. Okay, so the default control layout didn't do it for me, but it was really just 2 buttons in a place that I didn't like them, so I remapped them. Other than that, the controls were pretty good. This thing fucking needs a neural interface, because there are so many times when you're like, no, I didn't mean to do that, and then you die. So I'll give it 3 chairs, because they're good controls. I wouldn't say they're absolutely 100% perfect, but they are pretty damn good. Krieger-san!
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I
think for the type of game that it is, it works, and it works stupidly well, because this is not an X-Clone controller. Hell, this thing is barely even supported efficiently under Linux, and it worked out of the box.
That's not true, because Sony had that Linux that ran on the PS2, so...
That was Linux? No, wait, that was PS3. Oh, right, the yellow something. Yeah, but this is the PS2.
No.
It was never
PS2
meant to
had a
be
Linux
used.
distro that ran on it.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, well, Well, in any case, this one worked out of the box. The layout was stupidly well placed, so good on them for that. 4 chairs from me. Shit's tight, yo.
All right, so I'll bring it down by 1 chair. It's not a bad thing though. 3 chairs for controls means that it's pretty good controls. Our final subjective category, and Ven has just been aching to release his creamy goodness on the lot of you. So Ven, why don't you tell us about the fun you had playing this game, all 12 minutes of it?
Didn't have a whole lot of fun playing this game until I ran in. Let's put it this way. I started playing the game, and I figured yes, all right, we have a hipster indie pixel difficulty on level of, stupid. I was like, that's boring. Continue playing it. Got through a very difficult area. Screeched in, what are they called? Little light candles and all that. I was like, oh, I'm safe.
Candelabras, chandeliers.
Yeah.
Chandeliers.
Chop some of those up. Guess what? The picture on the wall curb stomped me. That's
The Doomvass.
when the game went from...
No, it's the mini boss. It's the really big picture that
Oh,
flies around.
At that point, I was like, I get what you guys are doing. All right. Good. Good on you lot. You win. So for fun. And I was like, yes, I'm going to continue playing this game. I'm going to give you 3 wet, stinky chairs for fun because it's solid.
It's solid.
Solid
Just
stone.
like my bowel movements. But anyways, enough about Pedro's food. Yeah, so fuck this game. Fuck it in its stupid monkey asshole. God, that being said, the game is really addictive, despite being Nintendo hard, and I have not the most dexterous hands, so I find
Can
myself
barely
dying
wipe his
quite-
ass.
I hire a guy to do that for me. Seriously. I would hire Pedro, but he's all the way in Portugal. But
Sorry,
yes, I've mentioned it before. The Castlevania style "fuck you" enemy placement is present and in spades, and that sort of lends to the charm of the game. I will say, despite how many times you die, it is really, really addictive. I could not stop playing it all day.
Every time you die, it sends you right back into the action. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun. I enjoyed myself playing this game. I'll give it 3 chairs.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to be the one to sit and voice again. Because, all things considered, when it comes to fun, as I said, as soon as you die, it puts you at the
Battle screen.
progeny selection screen, and you get to choose a new descendant to try and beat the castle with, and then you get pushed right back into the action and you get to play the game, and there's really no point at which you go, yeah, I can put it down right here. No, it's just you die, you come back, you die, you come back. It's got that old school platformer thing to it. And not just that, it mixes the old school platformer genre with the rogue elements, and it does so without having to resort to any stupid gimmicks. And for me, that's awesome. 4 chairs.
Well, that'll total up to be 3 chairs on average for the fun category. And if we average everything else up, it also are 4 categories mixed with working shiny sounds, controls, and fun. You get a 3-chair game. 3 chairs, for those of you who do not know, is good.
No, I don't believe you. I think you're talking crazy.
I am.
Crazy sauce.
Identified as crazy.
Anyways,
Yeah.
This is a really fun game. Steam sales are going on, so I'm gonna steal Pedro's bit.
Yeah, shoot.
But yeah, if you see this game on sale, pick it up. It's good fun.
P-Man, what are your thoughts? Final thoughts?
Yeah, it's a definite buy. And again, the sale's going on right now. You have zero excuse not to pick it up, unless you don't like platformers. Because if you don't like those, this is not your game.
You're a horrible person. That's basically
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, definitely. At the
Pretty
end of the
much.
day, platformers, be damned. Hipster pixel shooters, be damned. This is good. This is old school. This harkens back to the time of my youth, billions of years ago in the future's past. Yes. It's brutal. It is absolutely brutal. Get it. Worth your wet stinky.
Go ahead.
It's not that expensive either. For the amount of time you can spend on this game.
I
You
said
assume-
go ahead.
Yeah.